All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
15.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. They don't want to waste his outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Dustin Colquitt on to punt. We'll likely see brother Britton on the other side get a chance later. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Come on now, let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
6-6, pull it high, black, 5. Gun.
Cousins now. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. This is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run with Cook. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
65. Yellow. 65. Check 52. Watch the edge. Big edge. Check 3.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, 57.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Switch. Hey, 57.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that 15. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. Wow. Attack. You got tight. Yellow. Right side.
They give it to Williams, running right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards, a 1st down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, watch the ball. Shoot. Bang. Check. Lucky. Hey, Sunday.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Hey, tighten down. Mike's 40.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
At the 27-yard line.
Check. Right here. Hey, Charlie. Mike, 44. I'm coming. Gun.
From the 27, Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he
Quick strip, the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Switch. Hey, watch it.
They'll run on first down. McCoy. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they go to work on a first and goal. They come out here in the eye.
What we got? Check three. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, alert three. Chance. Check 31. Slam.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Butker now to add the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The first run for the backup, Abdullah. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! Amir Abdullah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Barely got the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 50 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On first down, it's McCoy, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 25-yard line.
Yellow, 180.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
15. switch gears, switch gears.
Hey, 43, 15.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check 99, check 99.
Attack!
Check.
15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ben Gideon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. But he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. As mentioned, here's the younger brother of Dustin. This is Britton Colquitt to punt it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
check. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Get your swerve on.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And the kick by Butker is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, watch the screen.
Hey, shoot.
Here we go.
Gun.
Final play of the half, Cousins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, able to avoid him. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
You gonna see me? Zebra. You gonna see me in your nightmare?
Gun.
44. Mike, 44.
Looking to throw on second down. Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Hey, Steamer. Gun.
44 is the Mike. Squeeze, double. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike.
On third down, Cousins. He's got a first down and more past the 30. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage.
44.
Two.
Watch the screen.
A first down throw for Cousins. He's got his rookie tight end. That's Herb Smith Jr. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
The Vikings first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
This is Abdullah. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
I'm coming after you.
Gun.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. First down, here's the run with Cook. And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Mahomes. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for their offensive guys.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ben Gideon has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Yellow.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Back.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Anthony Barr, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes in the Chiefs. And the pressure gets to him again. Anthony Barr in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Take 4, take 4.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're back now in KC. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Mike 7.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just 1 4th-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. After the sack on 1st down, Cousins, he'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Hot. 80. Hot.
24 is the mark. In your face.
23 on it.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it with McCoy. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And an alley to run. He's got daylight. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Yellow. Mike 40, Mike 40. Down to lose 1. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 43, 43. Come back.
Mahomes going to throw. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And this is caught at the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Cook, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Now a run with Cook. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Cook, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Cook. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it up. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Vikings 21.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They're on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, at Bank of America Stadium in Carolina. And the Panthers, they're starting to pull away in that one. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Wait, Sunday. Alert 3. Watch. Easy. Watch the shift.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's got room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
15. Here I come again. Showing up. He's coming. Hey, Riblet. Finish the game.
Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Attack! Watch the slant! Mike's 40! Yo! 66! Bullet high! Check 9! Check! 15! Hot!
On the toss, here's Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ricky. Check nickel. Hey, 57 colors. SOS. Watch the slant. Motion.
On the ground, this is Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 more yards. Danilo Hunter on the stop. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
It's a pickup of 3.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
3rd and 6.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Jam. Attack.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Butker on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Kansas City, they inch closer to respectability.